Toward the start of the film, a lady Evelyn is displayed with her husband. They had recently come to live in America and began their clothing business. In any case, for quite a while, their work was not going great. That is the reason they are called to the bank for bookkeeping. In reality, Evelyn acquired cash from the bank to expand her business. But since she was not getting benefits from the business, the bank planned to assume control over their business. That is the reason they were called to do all the examination. Since the bank anticipated that they should have the option to bring in cash from their business and reimburse the advance. Then, at that point, the bank wouldn't assume control over their work. Presently, we see Evelyn's girl, who had an extremely profound fellowship with a young lady. However, Evelyn could have done without her. She could have done without her girl meeting her companion. Then an elderly person comes to their home, who is really Evelyn's father. After Evelyn's marriage, he broke her relationship since he was not content with that marriage. He has at long last come to meet his little girl Evelyn after numerous long periods of disdain. Seeing him, Evelyn becomes cheerful and she tells her girl, "Try not to tell my father, your granddad, that your kinship is so profound with that young lady. If not, he will fly off the handle with me in the future." Following that, we see Evelyn, her better half, and her dad going to the bank, where unexpectedly Evelyn's significant other, Waymond, another person, enters him. He covers the camera in the lift, places a gadget in Evelyn's ear, and says that her life is in harm's way. Evelyn starts to see her previous existence because of the gadget, in which she sees her experience growing up, marriage in her childhood, and her dad's displeasure because of marriage. Just after it, she sees her girl as well. At the point when she emerges from her viewpoints, her better half Waymond gives her a few significant things on paper. Also, he expresses that after some time, he will leave me, and after it, I will fail to remember everything. So don't ask me later why I gave you this paper. Saying this, he returns to his genuine state. Presently, those three are before the bank official. Here Evelyn's consideration isn't on the official's words yet on the significant things composed on the paper. This was given to her by Waymond some time back. Then as she takes a gander at the things composed on the paper, she arrives at the generator's pantry. This is going on a result of the gadget on her ear. In this cabinet, she finds another Waymond. According to who, that I have come from a different universe since I'm the Waymond of that world. I need to let you know something. As a matter of fact, there are numerous different universes other than this world. I have been to each world and met all the Evelyns there. However, there is a piece of terrible news. An underhanded power has killed many Evelyns, and presently she will come to kill you as well. Yet, before she comes to kill you, I need to make you the most remarkable. You are the one in particular who can confront that shrewd power. In the meantime, we see Evelyn before the official and in the pantry, since she didn't go there herself. In any case, her psyche and contemplations went to the pantry and she was conversing with the other Waymond. It actually intends that simultaneously, two Evelyns were available in two spots. Then, at that point, the official of the other world kills the other Waymond in the cabinet, and as she goes after Evelyn, she winds up before the official. After it, they were leaving the bank. However, here Evelyn believes that the official is coming to kill her. So she punches her on the face and tosses her down. As this occurs, the watchmen come there. Then the Waymond of the other world comes to Waymond's mind again. As a result of it, he gets a weird power. He begins going after the watchmen and killing them. Subsequent to killing everybody, he takes Evelyn from that point and she requests that he come clean. He tells her that every one of the universes outside this world have various types of us. Implies certain individuals are blissful, while others are not. Certain individuals are rich, while others are poor. Certain individuals are solid, while others are powerless. The world I have come from is named Alpha, and our realities Evelyn implies Alpha. Evelyn has figured out how to go to the remainder of the world. She has found a way that anybody can go to the next world and get into the psyche of the structure and take his powers as well. It implies that the person can't go to the next world truly yet can strike a chord of his structure. This is the explanation that when Alpha Waymond leaves the psyche of this Waymond, he remembers nothing later. He likewise says that Alpha Evelyn had probed somebody in view of the disappointment he has turned into a detestable power. He is finishing Evelyn in various universes. In the interim, we see a similar terrible power and the official who closes another Evelyn. Since that awful power had incorporated the official with herself. They were simply talking. However, at that point the official shows up and assaults Alpha Waymond while harming him. On it, he joins Evelyn with the other world's strong Evelyn and advises her to overcome the official. Regardless of a ton of exertion, she doesn't succeed. Alpha Waymond feels that there is nothing extraordinary in this world's Evelyn. He quickly leaves Waymond's mind. Waymond, who had recently woken up, seen nothing. For what reason does this official need to end us? Be that as it may, without focusing on this, Evelyn takes her significant other and leaves from that point. Then, at that point, that official leaps from the steps and comes to go after Evelyn, and Evelyn pursues once and for all. This time, she interfaces with a reality where Evelyn is generally excellent at kung fu, and presently she is likewise a popular entertainer. To that end, she utilizes the force of the kung fu Evelyn and utilizes her capacity to overcome the official. Seeing this, Alpha Waymond returns to Waymond's mind. Then he lets Evelyn know that since you have crushed that official, so the shrewd power should come here to kill you. Since that official is her buddy. The terrible power has made an existence where she could go to any world with the assistance of this. She really wanted no gadget. Then we come to realize that the abhorrent power is, in all honesty, Evelyn's girl. Who is coming to this world's Evelyn's girl to end Evelyn? Then, at that point, a few cops capture Evelyn in light of the fact that some time prior, she hurt the official with her kung fu style. Before she takes Evelyn with her, Evelyn's girl comes here implies the insidious power. That goes after the police and endles them. Then she goes to Evelyn to end her, however, she interfaces with the kung fu Evelyn. What's more, joins the remainder of the world and ends up in reality as we know it where everybody's fingers are like canines. In this world, Evelyn is an excellent companion of that official and afterward she returns to her reality. Where her girl shows her mom Evelyn a world made by her. There was a dark street to go in this world that she made so she can go there with her mom to end her distress. In reality, her girl went to the entire world and have seen her life from which she came to know that. She is troubled in any world to that end she was searching for Evelyn who is miserable like her. Nothing ought to be fine in her life in light of the fact that Maine the equivalent Evelyn can figure out her little girl's distress. Then, at that point, the alpha father of Evelyn shows up and removes her while saving her from the abhorrent power. After it, we see them in a room. Till then, at that point, Evelyn's little girl had returned to her genuine state. For that reason, her mom attaches her with tape so the abhorrent power doesn't return to her psyche. Presently, when the alpha father of Evelyn finds that the underhanded power is in Evelyn's little girl, he asks Evelyn to end her. Yet, she can't do that. Presently, her alpha father takes out his firearm to end Evelyn's little girl, however, Evelyn comes before the weapon. Seeing this, the alpha father calls his companions here. They assault Evelyn. She utilizes the powers of the kung fu Evelyn once more and battles with them, however halting them was adequately not. That is the reason she utilizes the powers of the various universes Evelyn and shows them a decent example. Then, at that point, the Alpha Waymond comes here and tells Evelyn that no one but she can stop that malevolent power. Then the malevolent power closes the Alpha Waymond, and because of it, the genuine Waymond loses contact with genuine Waymond. In the meantime, her alpha girl comes at this very moment as Evelyn is going to rival her. Her brain gets associated with Evelyn of different universes. In one of these universes, Evelyn and her girl begin battling. As a result of it, they battle in different universes as well. In this battle, Evelyn's girl shows the dark street and advises her that she would rather not end her. And all the Evelyns I finished were extremely blissful, yet you are miserable like me. I believe you should settle down in the dark shadow. What's more, dispose of this miserable life until the end of time. Then Evelyn begins moving towards that dark street since she was truly miserable, and these things make her more troubled. Presently, on the grounds that she was associated with different universes of Evelyn, Evelyns begin harming others, being frustrated. As somebody was breaking things, somebody was breaking their connections. Evelyn of a world uncovers her accomplices confidential. Then, at that point, Waymond in the party requests that the official give them some additional time so they can maintain their business and get benefit. Then the official concurs and gives them some time. Seeing this, Evelyn is very shocked. She was somewhat blissful too also. She had the boldness, as this happens, all the Evelyns who were associated with the genuine Evelyn begin doing beneficial things. Like Evelyn, who broke the relationship, accommodates with everybody, and the remainder of the Evelyns who had committed errors in their lives additionally apologize to everybody and take every one of the connections well overall. Then, at that point, we see the Evelyn of our reality. Her girl acquires that dark street front of her. That dark street begins pulling her inside and Evelyn's girl likewise moving in it. Despite the fact that Evelyn attempts a ton to save her, however, her friends prevent her from doing this. On it, rather than battling with them, she begins satisfying every one of their desires. Due to being associated with the genuine Evelyn, she had a great deal of solidarity. And afterward, at long last, she prevents her girl from going in the dark street. Presently, Evelyn's girl tells her, "Mother, if you need to see me blissful, then leave me and let me go on this dark street." On it, Evelyn concurs and leaves her little girl, who goes on that dark street. Presently with this, we see Evelyn with her girl in the existence where the party was going on. Evelyn makes her get it. "I need your prosperity, my little girl. I'm not your adversary, and I generally need to see you cheerful. I'm your mom." Presently, as she comprehends this, she goes to Evelyn and apologizes to her. As a result of it, the dark world, the dark street made by the shrewd power closes. Then we see the entire family together. Evelyn's girl was likewise there on the grounds that after compromise with her mom, she had returned prior to arriving at the dark world. Every one of them are exceptionally glad. Evelyn likewise acknowledged her girl's companion. Simultaneously, their business begins going great in light of the fact that Evelyn was focusing on her business rather than different things. For that reason, the bank doesn't bring their business into their control. Then, at that point, we see them in the bank before the official. They are adulated that they are maintaining their business quite well. Here we see Evelyn, so glad. Interestingly, with her grin, this film closes here.